Yo, Tony D back with mega micro review session of the Spider variety. All Spider related, 2 Amazing Spider-Mans, and 1 all new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. Totally digging that, man. Let's start with that one. This one, it's a pleasant surprise. I did not think I would get into it. Phillips, great writer. Got into Grimm, was a book that she wrote. I'll highlight that someday. It's a good ride. So to get you caught up, the symbiote that was bonded to Ghost Spider is out and about, and it's pissed off of rejection. Where'd we get that from? It's been a while, huh? And, you know, Flash is here in his anti-venom getup. And what's really cool is the link he has where when he battles the symbiotes, it's like he learns more about them, and he's pretty knowledgeable at this point in his anti-venom career. Love this shot. The the symbiote that was bonded with her, she's calling it Tantrum, which that's a pretty funny name for a symbiote, but fits perfectly because it's just pissed. And it's making others into symbiotes, bonding. Like it doesn't feel like a bonding, it feels like an infection type deal. And this is something that anti-venom, you know, remarks on, that they shouldn't be able to do that. So I love the freshness. I really, at this point, I have symbiote fatigue, man. Like, it's too much for me right now. They made a lot of money off of creating these new characters, just bonding, anything bonding with the symbiote, like, I mean, was creating money for Marvel. And it's gotten to a point where the creative waters just got watered down to a point where, for me, this is just me, where the resonation was just so low. But to get this fresh take right here, I'm enjoying this ride. I've never been in the Spider-Gwen at all. This is the first series that I've jumped on, and it's enjoyable. There is a character, Tarantula, that is in here. I'm very familiar with the Bronze Age Tarantula, but this one right here, there's father and son. The father is in prison, and the symbiote is bonded with his son now and gonna get him out. But there's some narration we just don't know yet. There's some plot not issues, but there's some plot points that are fleshing out in this issue. And they keep some funny stuff going on with their banter. But, you know, any type of Spider comic book, you will have that levity. It's just part of the culture. And this is more of the fleshing out of the plot. Yeah. So here's the father, and the father starts to realize that's his son. Love that silhouette, that imposing, where there's just a little bit of white for the teeth and the eye. A lot of chaotic paneling here to match everything that's going on with the prison riot and break. Right here, the paneling just matches the conflict, the fight, and then the absorption. So it's taking over the father as well. Love these costumes. What a great panel with the symbiote, like, just infecting it. I'm calling it infecting. It's bonding, really, to be exact. And there's memories here. It's a good ride. If you like action, I would get into this. You know, there's books I'll avoid just because there's some kind of symbiote type action going on, like the Venomverse and all that. I jumped off. I have enough of that, and it's just not doing it for me anymore. But that's okay, man. Someone may be into it, and that's cool. Yeah, right there. So that's going to be your narration going forward, is this relationship, Tarantula and his son. Yeah, anti-venom is so interesting too. And this thing, it can resist his powers. And this is where you start finding out where anti-venom is like, something's not right. The whole infecting multiple hosts, it shouldn't be able to do that, is what he's, conveying there. And it's so he can't separate Tantrum from Fabian. That's the weirdness that's going on. But it's fresh. I like it. Boy, you got a lot of chaos going here, man. But it's like organized chaos for the artist and the paneling. And then you get, bam, you're getting some more people. Spider-Man and Silk. And it's the Miles Morales flavor. So that's cool. You're getting more spider people injected into the mist. And Silk is actually pretty cool. I have some of her issues, things she's in. So yeah, man, I'm totally, if you've never, and it's kind of weird saying this, gotten into the Spider-Gwen stuff, this would be a fantastic jumping on point, especially if you're into action. And let's get into the amazing flavor. So these Amazing Visions by Bermejo, they're so fantastic. I'm collecting them all. This is a time when an alternate cover just does it. You know what I'm saying? Very hyper-realism. Love the way Spider-Man is projected in some of them. And they're really good. Like, you just have to stop and look at it. It's the way he does the clothes. It grounds you a little bit more to a more reality type perspective. So you have Peter here. He's supposed to be in space, which he is. And this is pretty crazy. So he's just having a dream. Now, to bring you up to speed, he was in a fight. This character's called Hellgate. And Hellgate is trying to make Spider-Man better. And we don't really know why yet. But Spider-Man was defeated by Hellgate, ended up on a planet. I know it's crazy, right? But it's a comic book. And he is in outer space now with, you got the Rocket Raccoon. And there's a lot going on in space. He has a little mini team now. And this issue right here, this is good. This is, if you're a speculator, you're getting into a new character here. And it's this Technarchy suit that he's wearing. And it's supposed, right now, he believes that the suit is inactive. It's just a suit. There's no activity within the Technarchy. Rocket Raccoon, of course, owes money to this character, and Spider-Man, being, what he is, he wants to clean the slate, not have any more conflict or risking death than there should be. And so he agrees to battle for Rocket Raccoon's wiping his slate clean. And this is the character he has to fight, named Betty. So this battle arena it's a thing that they do. They take bets, they place odds, and they keep mentioning there's 3 combatants. And that's your clue, right? Spider-Man just doesn't know yet, but the character, I forgot his name. This guy right here, he knows, and he's getting some humor out of it. So he has the suit. Once he finds out the suit is active, he wants it released where it can act on its own. And then you get into the mental part of the suit with, this is it's such a good way to show the inside of the mind of a technological being and Spider-Man. So they're melding their memories now that it's active, and it's figuring out what's going on very quickly. And it's also a perfect way to kind of bring you up to speed on some things. And here you go. Here's your character. I totally dig this character. Kind of has like a sensei type look with the beard. It's very powerful too. So he gives Spider-Man, he has the ability to give him, a suit. He knows that he doesn't feel that he's being exposed like that is kind of humiliating. So he gives him a little suit action. And so now you got a new character. That's great. And they fight their way out of this situation. Yeah, this guy is pretty he's got a name, man. It's like sometimes I get so involved in the action and fun, I just forget stuff like that. So his name is Glitch. How that's pretty funny. But I like it. I like this new character. If you're into speculation and key issues, definitely when he is first introduced, I can't remember the issue. I'll throw it up to, you know, give you the deets. But yeah, it's a new character. Love it. A lot of that's going on in Amazing Spider-Man. Like right there, a lot of this team is some new characters, and it's just fun. Even the little keys are fun as well. It ain't always got to be Amazing Spider-Man 300. That's my saying. So Rocket slate is clean, and this chick right here, like, she's totally digging Spider-Man and his sacrifice to do good. Yeah, so you have some romance. I kind of dig this. I think it's cool, man. Like, I guess it ain't all about Mary Jane, huh? Yeah. There you go. And I mean, how funny, dude. The Amazing Visions cover is Mary Jane. Also collecting the A covers. Gotta have them. Boom. Number 16. We are introduced to Plague RX. So if you're into, I'm assuming this is this character's first introduction, but you know, we go along. We find out. I'll find out for sure. So this one right here is, so you're back on Earth. So there's some swapping going on, and Norman Osborn is filling in for Spider-Man and Ben Reilly. I mean, you just have everybody that fills him in because there needs to be that hope. Spider-Man is more than just fists. He's hope. He's a symbol, and it's important to keep that going. You know, hope is powerful, and it's a great thing. It can keep you going, for sure. And you can tell it's Norman Osborn. That's a good thing with the eyes that are red there. And also he has spinners on his feet, web shooters on his feet and hands. So yeah, they keep it fresh, man. They go there. You got some Rand Enterprises. They have a breakthrough on using, check it out, mushrooms to create homes. Pretty unique. And you have more narration here, developing a relationship between Osborn and this scientist. Or I don't know what her title is in Rand Industries, but it's part of the business part of this story. And then there's a lot of narration with Norman Osborn. It's kind of a lot of the same, you know, like redemption. That'll always be a part of Norman Osborn's life in the book. We get to this point, though, where Tombstone gets him out, and Tombstone is like, something's up with you. What is going on? And Tombstone figures it out just through, and this is May Parker's like going through a thing with Jonah J. It's kind of like a backstory thing. She's an important character in Spider-Man, and it's no surprise, but yeah, like, this was a really cool setup for Tombstone to figure out, like, you're not Spider-Man. And it's just from dialogue. Because Norman Osborn is being way more vicious, way more violent, and that's how he figures it out. And this guy right here, like, it's a cool power. Must be a mutant, where he can absorb the punishment that someone has received, and he can give it back by touching. So it must be a mutant, yeah, like just from the touch. And he's even wrapped in bandages, so it's more than touch, I guess. So yeah, he delivered a beat down the Shocker that was pretty brutal, and he gives it back to Spider-Man, but Spider-Man, it's Norman. I don't know what to call him. Spider-Norman? But we just keep going. You know what I mean? It's all good. So yeah, Norman Osborn's starting to get the hero part of it. And so you end with Ben Reilly with some narration on the whole being a clone of Peter Parker. That'll always be an ongoing thing. And it makes me wonder what everyone's like, what would Peter do? Everyone's trying to emulate him, which makes this the narration very interesting, where the decisions are in conflict because they have to do what Spider-Man does, and they're all finding it's not easy. Great stuff. Get your Spider-Man or Spider-Gwen on.